All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm UD Reviews. This is Miss Kimmy Wexler. Hello. So, we just finished watching the 10th episode of season 6 of Better Call Saul, and this is kind of just my first reaction to it. Nobody else has uploaded anything, nobody else has had a chance to type up a think piece. Right off the bat, oh, by the way, I would be live streaming, but this YouTube channel is still too small, so no live stream. I've been reaching out to different Better Call Saul YouTubers to see who wants to live stream, like at least for the finale. Now, mind you, YouTubers, not every YouTuber is this way, but even in this space, I've encountered the kind of YouTubers who they only care about your subscription count. Like, that's all they care about. Good for them. But I'm just looking for some actual Better Call Saul fans who want to hang out, do a watch party or after party or something, because we only have 3 episodes left. And speaking of being a small channel, we did recently just cross the threshold of 100 subscribers, and I did do a giveaway. So if you were participating in that giveaway, check out my last video, my breakdown of episode 9. Check that out. At the end, I announced the winners of the giveaway. So I am getting ready for bed. But before I went to bed, I just felt like, you know what? Let's just share our thoughts with the rest of the community. And right off the bat, y'all, this new intro, I love how they cut it at the right time. That little record scratch right there. Somebody needs to remix it. So contact, if you know DJs or whoever, like, I need someone to remix this with that record scratch. I need someone with a musical taste. And the beat drop. But anyway, did you catch that we turned it off because Better Call Saul is over? Like, the Saul Goodman part is over, right? We have been watching the glory days with Jimmy. Because remember, earlier in the show, it would show Gene and he's just watching these VHS tapes over and over. That's the only bit of color in his life. But Gene is no longer just sitting at home watching the VHS tapes. Gene is doing some stuff. Now, I've already seen this episode cause a divide. People are calling it the Better Call Saul's version of the Fly episode of Breaking Bad. Now, some of you may have never seen Breaking Bad. Like, that's kind of coming to my attention that there's a lot of people who love this show who have never seen Breaking Bad. Kudos to you. I don't know if I could get into this show without Breaking Bad. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know, but there's a lot of y'all out there. So in case you didn't know, in Breaking Bad, there's an episode. It's the Fly episode. It ain't no spoilers. It's the dude trying to catch a fly in the lab. And that episode has a lot of division. Some people truly loved it. Some people felt like it's a metaphor. It gives you better insight into the main character. And other people are like, this is a filler episode. I didn't sign up for no filler episode because that's the thing about Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. They don't do a lot of filler episodes. And that's something that's important to me. I don't do fillers, okay? That's why back when I was watching anime, I couldn't do that Naruto. Like, after a couple of seasons, I'm like, I cannot deal with these fillers. And I know I can't be the only one. I don't know how the rest of y'all do it. I can't. Now, this episode had me on edge. It gave me anxiety, okay? Whenever it's time to pull off something and something can go wrong, I am cringing hard. So, okay, first and foremost, let's recognize before we get into the episode, and y'all, I got copyright striked in my last video. I thought I did a great job splicing and dicing to ensure that, none of these little robo copyright filters catch me, but they caught me. And I'm trying to dispute it, trying to talk about its fair use. So we'll see what happens, but I'll try to be a little bit more careful this time around when we look into the episode. But let's acknowledge these teasers. So this is a teaser that we all saw. If you didn't see it, you've seen it now.
And ready, set, action! Move, move, move! Go, go, go! 1, Armani suits and run! 2, Air Jordan shoes for you! 3, linen shirts for free! 4, cashmere sweaters out the door! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Okay. Like that teaser came out last week, right? I could not get over the Armani shoes for you out the door. I was like, oh my gosh, his Gene voice is so like a toad. But now we know this is the episode. I mean, we knew we were going to hear it in this episode, but now we know what it was. We were trying to figure out, we knew it was going to be some kind of scheme, but we didn't know, what the nature of the scheme was. So now we know. And here's another teaser.
So, after all that, a happy ending.
That was also in this episode. Now, we knew that just because they're showing something on screen doesn't mean it will match with the audio. We already knew that. We were curious as to why is it Kimmy's home. We know that she's still, at whatever point this in time this is, she was still living there because the fish tank is on. So we have been wondering, Kimmy, what was this supposed to mean? And you didn't tell us anything. She is tight-lipped. She's not going to tell us anything. But now we know the audio comes from this episode. Now, we did have a clue that audio would be from the Gene timeline because this is shown in black and white. In Gene, the Gene timeline is always in black and white. But now we know that it was not a happy ending for Kim and Jimmy, but a happy ending for this episode. And we'll get into that. Now,
I am not your friend. And if you get greedy and you decide to come back for more, don't.
There are only 6 episodes.
Okay, so again, we're trying to figure it out. We know this is probably when Saul Goodman left to go become Gene, and he just left his Bluetooth here. And we knew that the voice sounded like Gene's voice, because there's a Jimmy voice, there's a Saul Goodman voice, and there is a Gene Takovic voice. So I knew this was going to be Gene, and a lot of us figured he's probably speaking to Jeff. Now, I know a while back, I was wondering, is Jeff really going to be a big character? And I couldn't really figure it out. But when this teaser came out, it was becoming apparent, like, okay, Jeff is coming back. We're going to see Jeff again. And we did see Jeff again. And this was said to Jeff. Now, let's take a looky-loo at the actual episode. Just a few moments. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to let stuff just play. I'm going to talk over it the whole time-ish. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But here's episode Nippy. Now, the other fun thing about episode Nippy, we knew this is going to be Gene. Even before we saw that change in the intro, we knew this was going to be about Gene because the nomenclature changed. So all this season, it's been something and something, point and shoot, fun and games, and now it's turned into Nippy. So a change in the nomenclature lets us know that it's a shift in where we're at in the timeline. So all of us that predicted that, we predicted correctly. I don't know what the next episode name is. That's just what happens when You trying to be the first to upload your reaction? Okay, I really want to know in the comments. In the comments, you need to let me know. Was you feeling this episode? Because some people really feel irritated and some people absolutely loved this. I get a feel this is kind of like that movie Nope. I just watched Nope. I uploaded a little YouTube short of it. Listen, Nope was not my cup of tea. Nope was not my cup of tea. And, you know, I just noticed at least amongst the Black women, we kind of are not, we really wasn't feeling Nope. But I just knew like Nope. I just knew like all you film buffs, all you film heads, y'all gonna love this movie. Y'all gonna love no and sure enough, so this is another one of them. Like I feel like if you're a film head, if you're one of them, you love this episode. If you're like a regular observer, you don't really try to dig deep or whatever, you're gonna be like, what was this episode? But I'm just kind of in the middle. To me, this was like the Fly episode. It really was. So let's look at a little bit of reactions.
If I needed a hand, I'd ask for it.
Okay, when I heard her voice, immediately I was like, Carol Bennett. Hey, it's my girl, Carol Bennett. If you don't know, Carol Bennett, she is a legend, comedy legend, and Bob Odenkirk, the actor of Saul Goodman, Gene, he was so excited to work with her this episode. He was thrilled. He loved her. So I knew right away, oh, this is her. This is her. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. And we know right away this is the Gene timeline. Now, I remember a lot of people saying, oh, this is going to be Howard's mom. This is going to be Kimmy's mom. Why did y'all say that? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Sometimes people be saying stuff and it turns out to be true. But sometimes I just feel like, how did you come to that conclusion? Like, tell me, what made you say it's Howard's mom? Like, what if it's somebody else's mom? You know what I mean? I don't know how people give like a very detailed prediction and they don't share like their logic. Like, how did you come to that? Anyway, we find out it's Jeff's mom. Okay, so if you watch the episode, she's wheeling home and she's stuck in the snow and she says, oh, that wasn't there when I left earlier. Right then and there. Right then and there, you know it's Jimmy. It's Jimmy slipping. It's slipping Jimmy. You see, right? Like immediately, you know. So it's Gene.
Happy to help. Yeah.
And then they even play this shenanigans music. I don't know what to call it. I'm calling it shenanigans music. Did you hear that background music? It sounds like some little cartoon show. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh boy, we are slipping. We are full on slipping. But remember, Jimmy said to the disappearer, I'm going to take care of this myself. So this is how Jimmy takes care of issues. A lot of y'all was saying that Jimmy was going to bang someone. I'm like, again, how did you come up with that? Where have we ever seen that Jimmy would even be capable of that? I have this life philosophy when it comes to people who like to scam. Okay. I believe scammers, they cannot help but scam. They just have to do it. A bird has to fly. Sure, a bird can walk around, but the bird needs to fly. A snake needs to slither. You know what I mean? Like a scammer just has to scam. That's just who they are. So Jimmy, that's just kind of who he is. You know what I mean? He just has to do it. He can't not do it. So that's how he handles his problem. So he
Not at all.
messes up her thing. And while I'm watching, I'm like, okay, who is this lady? Why does he need to finagle his way into her home? And then we see Jeff walk in and we realize, oh,
Just a few favorites, nothing fancy.
you found this MF's mother. When you find somebody's moms, You got him by the cojones. You get him. You get him. You get him. So Jeff is just
Simple's best. I mean, why
looking all
fuss?
kinds of ways
Jeffy?
when he sees
Right
Gene.
away.
And Jean here was putting up posters.
And your mom was on her way back from Hans.
He is freaking out. Now, this part, you want to get in the game.
I know it's awkward, right? But you don't have
It's still playing that cartoon music.
to call me Dad yet.
I don't know what this is about, but all I have to do is pick up.
So, okay. So, this cartoon music kind of made me feel like, I know some of you are watching this like, oh my gosh, can you move on? It's just music. No. Okay. This cartoon music made me feel like, is this going to be a filler episode? They don't play this cartoon music. They don't do this. I just felt like, is this going to get anywhere? If you watch the episode, you know what it is. Now, when I say get anywhere, I mean, are we going to be pushing and driving the plot along? Are we going to be answering questions? That's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say, okay? I'm like, look, I know I'm a small channel, but you never know when someone want to be hating, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that about this episode. So I just have to make that disclaimer.
Bye-bye, Saul Goodman.
Yeah, but you haven't picked up the phone yet, have you? Or tried to strong-arm me for cash. And guess what? I know why. Because reward money, blackmail, that's not going to tickle your pickle. I know what you really want.
Okay, so Jeff, the cab driver, and Jimmy are cut from a similar cloth. So Jimmy knows how he thinks and knows how to get the cab driver on his side. Okay? The cab driver wants to be in on it. Cab driver want to, successfully pull off a heist or something. He want to get in the game. And Jimmy knows a thing or two about getting in the game. Okay, let's see what we can skip to before they file. They're going to do a copyright claim on me. Oh, Lord, honey bunny. Okay, so this whole sequence of Gene, basically casing his play. Casing. That's what we call it. When you're going to pull off something, you case it. You figure out, how long does it take? Like, where is the stuff? Like, you understand the layout of how you're going to pull your heist. So this is part of casing it. He's building up a routine with these security mall people. And it's funny. Like, this whole thing is funny, but we gonna skip it because, copyrights. Oh, but I really liked, hold on.
Okay, yeah.
Oh. Are we gonna see it? I don't think we're gonna get there. I just like the part where they're like really buddy. Okay, y'all know this AMC Plus sucks. And maybe that's why they sent me a copyright claim, because I keep saying it sucks. But anyway, I enjoyed the montage, and I also admire this thing that Jimmy knows how to do. I really wish I knew how to do it. So when he's first talking to the big security guy, and the dude's eating, he's like, "You watch the game?" And Jimmy's like, "The game?" And the dude's like, whatever he says. And Jimmy's like, "I couldn't tell you about it. I can't even talk about it. I can't even talk about it," because like he for real can't talk about it. He don't know the game. And like literally Jimmy, he's just saying stuff like, "Huh, the arm on that one." Like he's just saying nothing. He's saying nothing, but the other dude feels like they're actually speaking. I'm just impressed. I really wish I knew how to do that. Well, obviously, eventually, Jimmy like figures out what game it is, you know, so he can have like a fuller conversation. But I'm like, that would help me. Back when I used to be in sales in a male dominated industry, being able to do that would have saved me so much. But maybe it would have made me a little bit more money too. But anyway, I just admire that. I wish I could do that. So he's continuing to chase.
Armani suits and run!
This is from the teaser trailer.
2 Air Jordan shoes for you!
Air Jordan shoes for you. 3. Just for free.
3 linen shirts for free!
This boy, I'm like, why are you out of breath? Look. He gonna fit. Look at him.
You gotta be precise, just 3 of each.
I'm like, how you out of breath? Unconditioned behind. But when I saw them setting this up, I was like, oh man, this is elaborate. I combined the words elaborate and labyrinth and tried to say it at the same time. This is elaborate. And I also saw we were halfway through the episode, so I was like, okay, so this episode's just going to be about this heist. But it shares some insight into Gene, and it also, before y'all say this was a waste of an episode, by the end, it's going to show you a change in Gene that I think will be important. It will be important and will drive the story. Hold on.
Store. Does it look like we use sprayer pumps here?
So more of the heist. And I really liked, let's see if AMC will play the freaking.
How long till you get here?
Well, I'm just over in Urbandale.
Overnight.
You would do that? No.
All right, this. I love this. Showtime. So he's getting back into his groove. Okay. Let's see what else. And you know, the whole suspense of this. Lord. I can't. And the dude slipped. Oh my God. Now, okay. Here's something we can chat about. Hold on. Let's see if it plays it.
Wow.
This part.
What am I doing? What?
Look at me. I don't know.
But, okay, so in this part, I can't play it. I don't want to get copyright claims, so I'm not going to play the whole thing. But he starts talking about, I have nobody. My mother died. My brother died. I have no wife. No kids. I have nobody. If I were to die today, no one would care. He starts doing this as a distraction, but it's like in the last episode when Cheryl, Howard's wife, confronts Jimmy, and Jimmy says, I was jealous of Howard. You know what I mean? It's like, is there some truth in this? I don't think he thinks about that, rather, I should say. And we know they affect him. We know his mother passing affected him. Chuck passing is something he pushed down. His wife, Kim, leaving, another thing he pushed down. What he most consciously thinks about are the good old days where he was Saul Goodman. That's what we know he thinks about. So when he says this stuff, it's like, you're wondering, is he tapping into that inner self of him? We watch him looking at the TV screens, so we know that, you know, he's not really in his feelings. He's just saying what kind of makes sense. Also, this is kind of embarrassing, you know what I mean? Like, it's a good thing, like, he's never gonna have to hang out with these dudes again. So I don't know, I just think it's like kind of like, that's a great way to like not come back, you know. That's a great way to say goodbye so they don't expect you. Like, if they're like, oh, how come we don't see him anymore? Because he was crying in the office. It's a little embarrassing.
Everybody has bad days.
You felt
Right. And I remember when I was first getting like learning about mental health and my mental health and stuff, before I got my ADHD diagnosis, I would talk to my friends about what I'm experiencing, and they would say stuff like that, like, oh, come on, everybody has bad days. And I'm like, it's more than just a bad day. Okay, this is affecting literally every moment of my life. Okay. Anyway, for Gene, this is just a heist. Okay, he's not trying to find a friend to talk about his mental health or whatever. I just like to chat because why not? So this, ooh. I was like, he was stressing. He was stressed with a K. He was stressed with a K and a T at the end. Oh my gosh. I was like, damn, bro. But so that brought me, it brought me back, right? Like, he was doing all that and I was wondering, oh, is he like getting in touch with that side of himself? But he was just freaking out that he was going to, because here's the thing, during the whole thing, he went back in and got more stuff, and they didn't show them rehearsing, beyond 5. They didn't show us rehearsing for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jimmy choose to, like, they didn't show that part of the rehearsal. So the whole time I'm like, is this part of it? Is he going off script? And I think they did that. They did that to heighten our emotion. Like, oh my God, I just can't. I hate that kind of suspense. Like, I really do. I really hate it. But they did that to kind of pull on our emotions and the suspense. But the whole time I was wondering, is he maybe trying to get him caught? But that doesn't make sense. Well, you're not trying to get him caught, because if he gets caught, then he's going to rat you to the police. So that doesn't even make sense. So, okay, when he comes out of the room, number one, it lets me know, okay, you wasn't really trying to get all in your feelings. And also, you need this heist to work. You need it to work. Oh my gosh, you made a huge risk. He reveals to the boys, like, the way this is set up, if you rat me out, I rat you out, and you're going to federal prison with me. Right? And I like how he says we're done, and he makes him say it. And it reminded me of Mike, when Mike made him and Kim say, I don't remember what he made them say, but he made them say it. So this part at the end.
You're a good influence, Gene. Where's my brain? I keep forgetting to ask you about Nippy.
After all that, a happy ending.
There's a lot of things that Jimmy says that in the moment it makes sense, but it also feels like there's another meaning to it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of that happens with Jimmy, like the things that come out of his mouth. It happened in this episode, and it happened in the last episode, and it's just, I'm just starting to realize this is like a running thing with Jimmy. Like, he'll say things that actually have more than one meaning or application. So after all of that shenanigans he did with Jeff, after all the worrying and you know, all the stressing, oh, this taxi driver found me out and all that. A happy ending. He's not going to get ratted out to the police. At least not by Jeff. So check this out.
Here you go, ma'am.
Thanks.
Do you hear that?
Looky here.
I don't even need to continue. He's actually engaging with the customers. You see that? Look at this part.
Thanks.
That little girl was like, "Isn't it time for your lunch break?" He is enjoying himself so much that he forgot to take his lunch break. And if you've worked retail, if you've worked, if you've worked, you know very damn well ain't nobody forgetting to take their break. When you clock in, all you do is counting down to your break. So what this says to me is pulling this heist has brought back color into his life. And I don't know, maybe not all the way. The Gene timeline is still in black and white. But it's brought back his personality. He feels comfortable. He feels safe. He feels like he's able to be Gene and be safe. Because if something were to happen, he can handle it. But also, so that's one way to look at it. And then also, he's slipping. He got to be himself. He got to pull off a heist. Which brings us back to the intro. The intro where it's playing and he turns it off. He doesn't need to watch the Glory Days anymore because he can be himself as Gene. He can be slipping as Gene. At least that's what I think. But so these were just my initial thoughts before I go to bed. I would love to hear yours. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know, what are your takeaways from this episode? How did you feel about it? Did you feel like it was necessary? A lot of people are upset that there's only a few episodes left and you drop one of these like at the end. Like, that's the kind of thing that you put in the middle of the season or something like that. You don't put it at the end when it's almost over. You know, people have their feelings, and I probably will start thinking about more things. That's why I really need y'all to leave a comment. So you know what? I should do a come out. I should do, maybe I should just speak in my accent. Let me just relax and speak like natural. I should do commenter Guinea. Like shout out. I should do a shout out. Hold up. Let me see my last video. Oh, y'all didn't. Y'all gotta remember, you guys gotta thumbs up the video. Please thumbs up the video. Look, I'm not trying to be like the biggest creator. I just want people who are actual fans of Better Call Saul to see this content and engage and hang out with me. So if you want more people to hang out with, you gotta thumbs up the video, please. And subscribe if you're into my vibe. Don't forget to subscribe. But let me find somebody to shout out. I'm going to shout out Daisy B. I'm going to shout out Daisy B. The thing is, I don't know if we're going to see Daisy B again. You know what I mean? Like, people comment and I don't know if we're ever going to see you again. I don't know. So should we do, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. If Daisy B don't hear the shout out, it's her loss. Maybe I'll shout out you next. So thank you for watching. Have a great night. Kimmy, you got anything else to say? No? Just subscribe? Subscribe. Until next time. Bye.